The journey toward a meaningful and successful life begins with one fundamental principle: focus on yourself. This focus is not about selfishness or arrogance, but about recognizing that you are the central figure in your own story. The truth Jim Rohn often emphasizes that your direction in life cannot come from external distractions or the achievements of others. It comes from a deep and intentional focus on your own growth, your own habits, and your own values. When you put your energy into understanding who you are and what you want to become, you create a strong foundation for real progress. Most people spend an enormous amount of time looking outward, comparing themselves to others, wondering if they're measuring up. This is a dangerous trap because it places your sense of self-worth and your future in the hands of someone else's journey. Your life's direction can only be established when you stop looking at what everyone else is doing and start looking inward. That inward focus gives you the clarity to recognize your unique strengths, weaknesses, passions, and purpose. When you focus on yourself, you begin to take ownership of your life. You stop blaming circumstances, other people, or luck for your situation. Instead, you accept full responsibility for your results. This responsibility is empowering because it means you also have the power to change your story. You aren't a passive passenger on the road of life. You're the driver. And to steer that vehicle in the right direction, you must first know the terrain within you. What are your core beliefs? What values are non-negotiable? What kind of person do you want to become? These are questions that only you can answer, and they require focused attention. The foundation of this self-focus is the practice of self-awareness. Without it, you're wandering aimlessly, reacting to external circumstances without intention. Self-awareness allows you to see your habits, your mindset, and your emotional responses clearly. It reveals the hidden behaviors that may be sabotaging your progress. When you commit to focusing on yourself, you begin to identify the small daily choices that shape your future. How you spend your time, the books you read, the people you associate with, and how you handle setbacks. Jim Rohn used to say, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." This quote perfectly captures the essence of focusing on yourself. The world won't necessarily change to suit your comfort, but you have the power to change yourself, your skills, your mindset, your character. That change is what creates new opportunities and opens new doors. You build real direction by investing in your personal development first. Education, discipline, emotional control, and integrity are the pillars that arise from this focused self-work. Another critical aspect is that focusing on yourself helps you avoid the noise and distraction of the outside world. In today's age, there is an overwhelming amount of information, opinions, and comparisons that can pull your attention away from what truly matters. When your focus is inward, you develop a filter, an ability to discern what deserves your energy and what doesn't. This mental clarity is essential because it keeps you on track, aligned with your personal goals and values, rather than being pulled in every direction by external influences. Moreover, focusing on yourself allows you to develop patience and persistence. Growth is rarely instant. It requires consistent effort, reflection, and adjustment. When you're centered on your own progress rather than on what others have achieved, you become less frustrated by the pace of your development. You learn to celebrate small wins and understand that lasting change takes time. This patience breeds confidence, which is crucial in sustaining momentum. Ultimately, focusing on yourself is about becoming the best version of who you already are. It's not about changing into someone else or chasing someone else's dreams. It's about sharpening your unique gifts, aligning your actions with your values, and moving with deliberate intention. That focus builds a solid foundation from which all other successes flow. Without it, you'll be like a ship without a rudder, constantly buffeted by the waves of life, never reaching your true destination. So focus on yourself, not out of selfishness, but out of wisdom. Invest in your growth, develop your character, clarify your values. This is how you build real direction in life, and it's the surest path to fulfillment and success. Building real direction in life isn't about imitating someone else's path. It's about intentional self-improvement tailored to who you are. Many people fall into the trap of copying others because they see someone else's success and think that following the exact same steps will bring them the same results. But Jim Rohn taught us something deeper. Success is not a formula you can simply replicate. It's a reflection of who you become through deliberate effort and growth. Direction comes when you focus on improving yourself, not when you mimic the journeys of others. Intentional self-improvement means making conscious choices every day to become better in ways that matter most to your life. It's not about random or superficial change. It's about targeted development, sharpening your skills, upgrading your mindset, and strengthening your character. When you commit to improving yourself intentionally, you take control of your progress. You stop wandering through life hoping for good luck or the right break and start creating your own opportunities through consistent, meaningful action. One of the biggest mistakes people make is confusing imitation with inspiration. It's good to be inspired by successful people, to learn from their habits, their mindset, their work ethic. But trying to be a carbon copy of someone else only leads to frustration and a loss of your own unique potential. Your direction in life should come from developing your own strengths and interests, building on your experiences and becoming a distinct individual with a distinct vision. Jim Rohn famously said, "The major key to your better future is you." This statement underlines the importance of turning your attention inward. The outside world will never hand you the direction you need. You have to craft it by focusing on the quality of your own growth. This means committing to lifelong learning, reading books that challenge you, attending seminars that push your thinking, seeking mentors who elevate your vision. Every investment you make in yourself compounds over time, creating a trajectory that points clearly toward your goals. Intentional self-improvement also means becoming aware of your weaknesses and addressing them head-on. It's easy to play to your strengths and avoid the areas where you feel uncomfortable or vulnerable. But real growth happens when you confront those challenges. If you want to build direction, you must be willing to face your limitations honestly, seek feedback, and work diligently to improve where you fall short. That's how you build resilience and versatility, qualities essential for navigating life's uncertainties. Another vital part of self-improvement is aligning your actions with your values. Direction isn't just about what you do, it's about why you do it. When your habits and goals resonate with your core beliefs, your progress feels meaningful and sustainable. Without this alignment, even the best strategies become hollow routines that eventually burn out. So part of intentional self-improvement is clarifying your values and letting them guide your decision. This creates a powerful internal compass that keeps you moving forward with purpose. It's important to recognize that self-improvement is a journey, not a destination. You won't wake up one day and be done. Growth is a continuous process, and intentional self-improvement means embracing that process wholeheartedly. It requires discipline to keep showing up, curiosity to keep learning, and humility to keep adjusting. But every step forward strengthens your foundation and brings you closer to the clear direction you seek. When you focus on intentional self-improvement, you also develop confidence. Confidence isn't about arrogance. It's about trust in your ability to handle challenges and grow through them. As you invest in yourself and see tangible progress, your self-belief deepens, making it easier to set ambitious goals and pursue them relentlessly. This confidence becomes a magnet for opportunities and relationships that further your journey. Ultimately, direction in life comes from becoming the best version of yourself, not a copy of someone else. It comes from a commitment to intentional self-improvement, where every choice you make serves the goal of becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable. This kind of focused growth creates a personal roadmap that no one else can take away from you because it's built on the foundation of who you truly are and who you're determined to become. Progress and personal growth is the engine that drives confidence, clarity, and purpose in life. Without progress, you remain stuck in the same place, facing the same problems with the same ineffective solutions. Jim Rohn often said, if you are not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. Progress means stepping beyond your comfort zone and taking the risks necessary to improve yourself. It's the daily commitment to become a little better than you were yesterday that builds momentum, and momentum is what transforms dreams into reality. When you consistently grow, you build confidence, not the kind that comes from luck or external validation, but a deep, unshakable trust in your own ability to learn, adapt, and overcome challenges. Confidence is the belief that no matter what life throws your way, you have the skills, knowledge, and mindset to handle it. This inner confidence frees you from the fear of failure and paralysis that often keep people trapped. The more progress you make, the stronger this confidence becomes, giving you the courage to pursue bigger goals and take on greater responsibilities. Clarity is another byproduct of progress. When you're stagnant, your vision for your life tends to be foggy and uncertain. You may feel overwhelmed or confused about which path to take. But as you develop yourself, as you learn new skills and gain new insights, your goals become sharper and more defined. Progress illuminates the next step on your journey, making it easier to prioritize your time and energy. With clarity, decisions become simpler because your purpose is clear. You know what matters most, and you can say no to distractions that don't align with your growth. Purpose is the ultimate reason for progress. It's what keeps you moving when the going gets tough. Jim Rohn believed that having a strong why behind your actions is essential for success. Purpose gives meaning to your effort. It connects the small daily improvements to a larger vision that inspires and motivates you. Without purpose, progress can feel like a grind, a series of disconnected tasks without meaning. But with purpose, every step forward becomes a building block toward a life that matters, a life that leaves a legacy. The beautiful thing about progress is that it compounds. Just like money in the bank, the benefits of small improvements accumulate over time. Each new skill, each new habit, each new insight adds to your foundation. This compounding effect means that even modest progress, if consistent, leads to extraordinary results in the long run. Jim Rohn often said, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." These disciplines, when repeated, build confidence, sharpen clarity, and deepen purpose. Making progress also shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. When you see yourself growing and evolving, you start to believe that there is enough success, enough happiness, and enough opportunity for you too. This shift opens your mind to new possibilities and encourages you to take bold steps forward. A growth mindset frees you from limiting beliefs and allows you to embrace challenges as opportunities rather than threats. Of course, progress requires patience and persistence. Growth rarely happens overnight. There will be setbacks, distractions, and moments of doubt. But every time you recommit to your personal development, you reinforce the habits that lead to success. Progress builds resilience, the ability to bounce back stronger from difficulties. Jim Rohn said, "Don't just read the easy stuff. You may be entertained by it, but you will never grow from it." Growth requires effort, but it's effort that pays off in confidence, clarity, and purpose. Ultimately, progress in personal growth is the foundation for a fulfilling and successful life. It's the continuous journey of becoming better, mentally, emotionally, and practically, that empowers you to live with confidence, make decisions with clarity, and pursue a purpose that energizes your soul. Without progress, life becomes a series of missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. With progress, every day becomes a chance to build a future that's truly your own. Avoiding distractions and consistently tending to your inner development is one of the most crucial habits for building real direction in life. In today's fast-pacing world, distractions are everywhere. Endless notifications, social media feeds, competing demands, and noise that constantly pull your attention away from what truly matters. Jim Rohn understood that to achieve success in personal growth, you must guard your mind and energy like a precious resource, carefully choosing where to place your focus. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your focus. Distractions scatter your energy and dilute your efforts. When you allow yourself to be pulled in too many directions, your progress stalls and your vision becomes fuzzy. Instead of moving steadily toward your goals, you spin your wheels, trying to keep up with everything. This creates frustration, overwhelm, and ultimately burnout. That's why focusing inward and protecting your time is vital. It's about setting boundaries and prioritizing activities that contribute to your growth rather than depleting your resources. Tending to your inner development requires intentionality. It means dedicating time daily for self-reflection, learning, and self-care. Jim Rohn often spoke about the importance of investing in yourself through reading, listening to inspiring messages, and surrounding yourself with positive influences. This consistent effort is like watering a garden. You can't plant seeds and expect them to grow without regular care. Your inner world needs attention, encouragement, and nourishment just as much as your external goals do. One key to managing distractions is developing discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without it, even the best intentions fade away under the pressure of competing interests. Discipline helps you say no to things that don't serve your purpose so you can say yes to what truly matters. This might mean turning off your phone during certain hours, creating a focused morning routine, or setting specific times for work and rest. Discipline trains your mind to stay on track, making it easier to maintain momentum over the long haul. Another aspect is learning to prioritize. Not all tasks or thoughts deserve your attention. Jim Rohn taught that you should focus on the few things that have the greatest impact, your keystone habits and priorities that move you forward. When you concentrate your energy on these vital actions, you achieve more meaningful results in less time. This focus eliminates the trap of busy work and helps you make steady progress. Tending to your inner self also means becoming aware of your mental and emotional state. Stress, negativity, and self-doubt can cloud your judgment and drain your motivation. Taking time to meditate, journal, or simply pause can clear your mind and restore balance. This kind of self-care builds resilience and emotional intelligence, equipping you to handle challenges with grace and confidence. Consistency is key. It's not about grand gestures or occasional bursts of motivation. It's about the small, steady actions that compound over time. When you consistently protect your focus and nurture your growth, you build habits that become second nature. These habits become the foundation of your character and your ability to stay the course even when distractions and difficulties arise. Ultimately, avoiding distractions and tending to your inner development daily creates a powerful cycle of growth and achievement. The clearer your focus, the more you accomplish. The more you develop internally, the stronger your direction becomes. Jim Rohn said, "Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. Protecting your focus and cultivating your inner world are two of those fundamentals that lay the groundwork for lasting success and fulfillment." Your unique path requires dedication to your own growth and values because no one else's journey will fit you perfectly. Jim Rohn often emphasized the importance of being the architect of your own life rather than trying to follow someone else's blueprint. Life is not a one-size-fits-all experience. Each person has distinct talents, experiences, and passions that shape their purpose. When you commit to growing in alignment with your values, you create a direction that is authentic, sustainable, and deeply fulfilling. Dedication to your own growth means making a personal commitment to develop the skills, mindset, and habits necessary for the life you want. It means understanding that success isn't handed out like a prize for copying others, but earned through persistent effort tailored to your circumstances. This kind of dedication requires self-awareness, knowing where you stand today, where you want to go, and what kind of person you need to become to get there. You must embrace the journey of continuous improvement, recognizing that the investment you make in yourself is the most valuable asset you have. Your values act as the compass on this unique journey. Values are the principles and beliefs that guide your decisions, behaviors, and priorities. They help you distinguish what's truly important from what's merely urgent or distracting. When your growth is aligned with your values, your actions feel meaningful and purposeful. This alignment prevents burnout because you're not chasing goals that others expect of you or that society dictates. Instead, you're pursuing a vision that resonates deeply within, which fuels motivation and perseverance. Living in alignment with your values also builds integrity and trust, both with yourself and others. Integrity is the foundation of character, and character is the foundation of leadership and influence. Jim Rohn said, "Character is the foundation of all worthwhile success." When you dedicate yourself to growth that honors your values, you strengthen your character. This character attracts opportunities and relationships that support your vision, creating a positive cycle of growth and fulfillment. Another critical element of dedicating yourself to your unique path is the courage to say no. Saying no to distractions, to opinions, and to activities that don't serve your values or goals protects your energy and focus. It's easy to get pulled into other people's expectations or the grass is greener syndrome, but true direction comes from staying true to your own course. This requires boldness and clarity, a clear understanding that your growth and values come first. This unique path also means embracing your individuality. You don't have to conform to the conventional definition of success or follow the crowd. Jim Rohn encouraged people to become someone who can be emulated, not someone who copies. Your talents, passions, and experiences are your greatest assets, and when you cultivate them deliberately, you create a life that is uniquely yours. This authenticity is not only rewarding, but magnetic. It draws the right people and opportunities to you. Dedication to your own growth requires discipline and consistency. It's not about occasional bursts of effort, but steady, persistent work. It means reading books that expand your mind, practicing skills that develop your competence, and reflecting regularly to ensure your actions align with your values. Over time, this disciplined dedication builds momentum and creates a powerful foundation for lasting success. Moreover, this dedication encourages resilience. When your growth is tied to your values and personal vision, setbacks and failures become temporary hurdles rather than stopping points. You understand that the journey is long and that perseverance is necessary. This resilience strengthens your ability to navigate uncertainty and adapt without losing sight of your unique path. In essence, your unique path demands that you prioritize your own growth and stay true to your values above all else. This dedication shapes not only your achievements, but also your identity and legacy. It's a lifelong commitment that empowers you to live a life of purpose, authenticity, and fulfillment, one that no one else can live for you, but that only you can create. Taking responsibility for your life and choices is the cornerstone of building real direction and achieving lasting success. Jim Rohn often emphasized that your life doesn't just happen to you, it happens because of you. This powerful idea shifts the focus from blaming external circumstances to owning your actions, decisions, and ultimately your destiny. When you accept full responsibility, you reclaim your power to change and grow. It's no longer about waiting for someone else to fix things or for the perfect moment to arrive. It's about understanding that you hold the pen to write your story. Taking responsibility means recognizing that your current situation, whether good or bad, is the result of your past decisions and behaviors. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming others, the economy, or bad luck for where you are, but Jim Rohn reminded us that either you run the day or the day runs you. This mindset encourages proactive ownership, looking at challenges as opportunities to learn and grow instead of obstacles that hold you back. When you fully embrace this principle, you stop playing the victim and start becoming the victor in your own life. Owning your choices also means being honest with yourself. Self-awareness is critical here. You must be willing to examine your habits, attitudes, and patterns with a clear, unbiased eye. This honest self-assessment allows you to identify areas that need improvement and celebrate your strengths. Jim Rohn said, "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better." This perspective puts the responsibility for change squarely on your shoulders, pushing you to develop the skills and mindset necessary to navigate life's complexities. Another important aspect of taking responsibility is the willingness to accept consequences. Every choice you make carries results, and owning those outcomes, both positive and negative, is a sign of maturity and strength. When you accept the consequences without excuses, you build credibility with yourself and others. This accountability is a key ingredient in building trust and respect, essential components for leadership and meaningful relationships. Taking responsibility also empowers you to take control of your future. Once you stop blaming outside factors, you gain clarity and focus on what you can change. This shift from external to internal locus of control dramatically improves your motivation and effectiveness. You begin to set realistic goals, create actionable plans, and follow through consistently because you know the results depend on your efforts. Jim Rohn famously said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment." Discipline arises naturally when you take full responsibility for your life. Moreover, responsibility fosters resilience. Life will throw curveballs, setbacks, and failures your way, but those who own their role in the outcome learn valuable lessons and bounce back stronger. Instead of falling into despair or making excuses, they analyze what happened, adjust their strategies, and keep moving forward. This resilience is not a trait you're born with. It's developed through the habit of accepting responsibility, learning from experience, and refusing to be defeated. Taking responsibility also strengthens your confidence and self-esteem. When you know you are accountable for your success, you feel empowered to take action and make decisions. This confidence reduces indecision and fear, allowing you to seize opportunities and tackle challenges head-on. Jim Rohn said, "Confidence is an outcome of knowing what you're doing. The more you accept responsibility, the more you know you are the one steering the ship. And that certainty builds unshakable confidence." Finally, embracing responsibility aligns your life with integrity. When you take ownership of your actions, you live in harmony with your values and principles. This integrity creates a strong foundation for sustainable success and happiness because your external actions reflect your internal truth. People sense authenticity and are naturally drawn to those who take responsibility, making it easier to build supportive relationships and network. In summary, taking responsibility for your life and choices is a transformative step toward creating real direction and lasting success. It empowers you to move from victimhood to leadership, from confusion to clarity, and from stagnation to growth. It's the mindset that transforms obstacles into opportunities and dreams into reality. When you live by this principle, you become the captain of your destiny, steering your life toward the future you desire and deserve. When you take full responsibility for your life and choices, you unlock the power to shape your own destiny. It's the difference between being a passenger and being the driver of your journey. Jim Rohn taught us that true success and direction come from owning every step, celebrating your wins, learning from your losses, and never shifting blame. This mindset builds resilience, confidence, and integrity, laying the foundation for a life lived with purpose and fulfillment. Remember, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your decisions, and those decisions begin with taking responsibility.